So here we are with Diane Kretschmer. Diane is the owner of this beautiful market farm here. We had said earlier that this was going to be our first stop, and we're starting from the ground up. Our adventure begins here. Diane, thanks for having us, inviting us to stand here on your wonderful land filled with the fruits of your labor.
Well, you're most welcome. Yeah.
How long have you been farming?
I started farming full-time in 1982. I didn't grow up as a farmer. I was an exploration geologist.
Oh my goodness!
But,
how did you get into farming?
Well, I wanted to eat good food, and particularly meat. I wouldn't eat conventionally produced meat, so that's why I started farming, to grow my own meat animals, and found out pretty soon that you couldn't really make a living.
It's tough to make a living as a farmer.
With livestock, yeah. It's very tough with livestock. And basically the farmers in Muskoka decided, we had brainstorming sessions and decided that the way to survive was to direct market. And that was back in the mid-'80s.
Wow.
So I started farmers markets, and that's a real learning process.
It is, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
certainly is.
And it's interesting. Are there a lot of farmers now that do both livestock and plants? Is that something quite common?
It's very rare.
Okay.
Well, the reason is the livestock breaks out and eats your lettuce.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a problem.
But,
they're eating all the profits.
I mean, over the years, I've got good fencing. It's all electric. And, well, you can see the horses,
Yes.
it's high,
Beautiful.
so for each animal it's a bit different. But, yeah, you just have to control the animals. I think that's essential to have livestock, because I use composted manure for fertility.
Right, so there's a symbiotic relationship between the two as well.
Totally.
So any goods that maybe don't make the grade to go to the farmer's market, then that can then be used for the livestock?
The cull vegetables go to the animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have an awful lot of lettuce here. I didn't realize there were so many varieties. How many do you have?
You know, I never totaled them up, but I'm guessing about 60. Because
I didn't even know there were 60 varieties of lettuce.
Yeah. I love lettuce, obviously.
And we understand the environment here is excellent for lettuce here in Muskoka.
It's almost ideal. We have excellent soil, which a lot of people don't realize, but the soil right here, at least, is the same as in Alliston, which is known for market gardens and potatoes and corn.
Right.
But we have cool nights and a lot of dew, so we're never short of moisture.
Right.
We have clean water, clean air, right? So it's a perfect place for an organic grower, really.
Yes.
My lettuce never turns out like this at home. What am I doing wrong?
You don't live in Muskoka and you don't have Diane as your farmer. So tell us about some of the other things that you grow here.
Well, we grow a lot of tomatoes. That is a challenge in Muskoka because the cold nights are detrimental to tomatoes. They don't like to get cold.
Right, right.
But we've had a great season this year. And, just a whole variety of things. Beets, arugula is popular. Some crazy things like Mizuna, which is a Japanese green.
Oh, I don't know that one, Mizuna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The executive chef over at the Delta Grandview was saying that he likes to come here and just pop those tomatoes right into his mouth, right off of the
Ken can eat a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, so I was hoping maybe we might be able to try that as well. Are there any left?
The handiest ones are in the greenhouse. Yeah, there's lots.
Well, we'll have to head over there. I have a question also about organic farming. I know that's a term that has been used an awful lot, over the last little while, and it's a term that sort of connects the city folks to the farmers, I think. Do you guys use that term also as the farmers out here, or organic farming, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I know exactly what it means. It means you don't use synthetic fertilizers or pesticides. I mean, look around, you can see weeds everywhere. That is one of the hardest things It's difficult to deal with the weeds.
Right.
I don't use it very much in Muskoka because, for one thing, all the farms actually are small scale, and very few people use a lot of pesticides. It's too expensive, for one thing. And most farms have some livestock, so they have manure for fertility. And it's a small community.
Yes.
You don't want to say, well, I'm a little bit better than you because it's organic. It doesn't.
How about getting the newer generation into farming? How's that happening? Are
Well,
people
tell
getting
me how
into
to make that happen. That is hard.
It's hard.
The average age of farmers in Ontario is 58, which is pretty scary. As I said, I started farming with absolutely no knowledge of the industry, of the culture, really. And I would say it took me 20 years to just sort of get an intuitive feel for when to do things, how to do things. Timing is absolutely critical.
Yes.
So it's the when to do things
Right.
that it has to come kind of seat of the pants. Oh, it's time to plant the spinach. Or it's too late now, we can't plant it, right?
Well, that's
So-
what they call experience.
Yes, and when you grow up on a farm, you have it. It's part of your culture, basically.
Yeah, and I notice also that you have crops that are like growing at different levels.
Yeah, we
So you
call that
always-
succession growing.
Succession, yeah. So you have, is that more lettuce over there that seems to be half the
That's the
size?
last lettuce. Yeah.
Okay. So you always
What are your
have something.
crops for the fall? Do you do like pumpkins or anything like that, or no?
I don't concentrate on. I'm basically a salad farmer, I guess.
Okay,
I
salad,
grow
okay.
arugula and lettuce. Arugula is pretty frost tolerant. We grow spinach, radishes, all the things that stand cold weather. And the reason to keep it coming, you get your customers sort of buying from you, and you want to keep them supplied.
Well,
so
maybe we could pick a lettuce for dinner tonight. What do you think of that idea?
I think that's a great
we
idea.
could
And
bring
I
it
also,
over to the hotel.
over to Ken.
yeah, that sounds good. And then I also wouldn't mind having a look at a little bit of the livestock if we could do that. If we can fit that in somehow, that'd be great too.
All right. The tomatoes are calling. Let's go.
How do I look?
Well, it was somebody different. We might have got something caught.
Okay, bees, you're not going to get me. I'm determined. Oh, what was that?
White like your wedding night.
Oh, yeah, the virginal.
We got to put our hats on. Our headgear. Okay, now this is called what? Just a hat?
Yeah.
Or does it have a name?
It's cap.
This is called a cap. Here comes my net. Watch my mascara there, Jim.
Mascara. I'm not worried about no mascara. Okay.
How did
That's
you get
enough.
your name Papa Jim Smith?
My granddaughter
Your granddaughter did that?
called me
Okay.
Papa.
So it has nothing to do with the honeybees?
Well,
Or
you need a name. So
need a
that
name,
was
okay.
Billy B. And Billy B. and I'm Papa Jim.
okay,
And
it's
a lot
cute.
of people know Papa Jim.
They do.
That's what we
I
heard,
bet. I
yeah.
bet you're famous out here. Georgia, that looks so becoming on you.
Thank you, darling. Shall I model?
It's a fashion
Oh, don't move
statement.
around too much. The bees bees like that. So, all right, you're next. Suit her up, folks.
All right, so I'm going to get, what are the nets called?
Nets. And this hard thing under here, this hard cap, it's called a cap. All right.
Oh,
The hardest thing is going to not be to move around too much. So what are we going to do? Just go over there and introduce ourselves to the bees?
Oh, that's true. If they get in,
Well,
they get
could
in there.
They could get in,
Oh.
and they got lots of room
I was
to
trying to
fight
have
all
more of
night.
a sexy look, but. Okay, I'll appreciate honey after this day.
Yeah. We're not staying there long, Suzanne.
No.
Are we ready?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for my close-up. Wow.
Just
Okay.
a minute now.
Make sure you get full coverage there.
What we don't do as the wine ladies, I don't know. They actually make wine out of honey too. Honey
What
wine.
is it called?
Honey wine.
And it's also called mead.
Mead, M-E-A-D. Have you ever tried to do that?
No.
No. You just provide the honey for everybody.
So what kind of bees are we going to be coming into contact with?
I call them tame bees. There's Italian.
Italian, okay.
There's Russian.
Hey, we're Russian, darlings. Na zdrowie.
Hey, do you want that up? I might pinch something here. Or
Just don't let any bees get in. I don't mind, seriously. We're
Don't move,
good.
don't wave your arms, Suzanne. We don't want to be inviting any bees. What are we
How does this look?
You'll see after he makes the movie. Then
It's an X-rated show.
hopefully he doesn't cut anything out.
No, it's B-rated.
That's B-rated. Oh, that's
Hey,
bad.
now you got people coming to watch.
Oh, hello, the wine ladies are here. Okay, hey, I got short sleeves. You got long sleeves.
Oh.
Too bad. It's okay. I'll put my cape
That's
around
what
me.
it is when you're in a rush to get
All
ready.
right, so
Okay.
Papa Jim, we're gonna go over there first, and
Okay, don't wave your arms, Suzanne. Okay, so walk,
okay, go ahead.
walk like this.
Oh boy, first time there's been spike heels in the bee yard.
That's our first time for everything.
Are we actually going inside there? Oh my God. Okay. Holy.
Come on,
Okay.
come on.
Yikes.
What are we gonna do when we get there?
I'm
I'm
scared.
going to get some honey out. Come on.
Okay, come on, Georgia.
Stand right there if you want that. Just come
Stand right here. Okay, we're here. Oh my God, there's a lot of bees here. Okay,
There's only a few.
there's only a few thousand. Okay, so he's putting some smoke in there, and you said that's to tame the bees?
Pacify them.
To pacify them. Okay, good.
You know what,
This
Papa
is
Jim?
pure beeswax here.
Yep.
Now, when you get over by the car,
Yes.
I'm going to go over there. and
You're gonna bring that over there.
I'm going to shake some bees off of it so that you can get a taste of real fresh raw honey.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
let's-
heading over there now.
Well, okay. Should
walk
we lead the
slowly,
way?
you guys.
You can lead the way.
We're leading the way. Okay, don't shake your.
So far, I think I'm safe.
I think the first one, the green's like a statue.
You betcha. I ain't moving any muscle I don't need to.
Oh my goodness.
If you want a taste
It's
of honey,
dripping.
yeah.
Wow.
Now, what
You
kind
wanna-
of bees are those that are making that honey?
I call them tame bees, but there's Italian, Russian, and buckfast.
Wow.
These here, I don't know what kind they are. They're
Okay.
just honeybees to me.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So, do all bees make the same tasting kind of honey, or no?
Depends on the flowers.
Oh, it depends on the
Oh,
flowers.
it's all about the flowers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where they get their nectar.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
And also the pollen.
Right.
And it takes one cell of honey, one cell of pollen,
Yeah.
and one cell of water to make a honeybee.
Oh.
Okay.
And in the summertime, they only live for about 35 days. They wear their wings out.
The bees do.
Really?
The bees do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's a worker bee, there's a drone bee, and then there's the queen bee, which Georgia usually is the queen bee around here. But
Well,
there's
no,
some
that's
competition here for you today,
that's
Georgia.
a matter of opinion. Where's my crown anyway?
Well, there's no queen bee here. These are just
Okay.
workers. There's no drones even.
Okay. Is the drone the male bee?
The drone is a male,
Yeah.
and in the fall they kick them out.
Oh, they do, eh?
Yeah.
I could make a comment, but I'm not going to. Now you make this this honey at the Grandview Resort.
The bees make it.
Okay,
We just,
you provide the honey for the resort.
Right.
The Delta Grandview.
yes.
Fantastic.
And there's actually an apiary at the Delta Grandview Resort, is there not?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And I look after the bees. They're my bees.
Yeah.
They just provide the property, and we enjoy.
Well, this has been an experience. I don't know what kind of experience it is. A scary one, a fun one, an interesting one.
I think it's all of the above.
And I really appreciate honey now, that's for sure.
Do you want to taste a little bit of pollen?
Sure, why not? I figure this is already living dangerously.
You can take your cap off.
Oh,
now.
but there's still bees around.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
They're not going to do anything now.
Oh, they're not?
No,
Oh, why not?
because there's not as many, and they're just
Oh,
looking
okay.
after the honey.
Okay, so let's take off our hair
Your hair?
our hair equipment here, our head cover, I should say. There.
like this?
Oh, it feels good. I can breathe again. Let me try this. What does it taste like?
It's got a taste all of its own,
Yeah.
but a lot of people have pollen in their diet.
It's kind of nutty a little bit.